Over the past few weeks, we've brought you plenty from the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, but there's still more, with something for people of all ages. Anyone who's ever had a baby could probably tell you that it's tiring and it can be challenging. So I'm looking at some of the latest technology that hopes to help make parenting even just a little bit easier. This is a self-driving pram. Now, before you panic that the baby's going to be in it and it's going to go and disappear off by itself, that's not what it's all about. In fact, it doesn't do the self-driving if the baby's in there. The idea is that it just makes things a little bit easier for the parents. So first of all, well, it's got a rocking mode. If I press this, you can see what it does. So if you're standing there and you want the baby to be rocked, maybe you're sitting down having a coffee, it can save you the job. And then if you're heading on a walk, maybe an uphill walk, well, it can use its bit of power to feel really light. But the reality is it only has battery life for 4 to 5 hours. So once the battery's gone, well, it is a little bit weighty and you may need to carry it up and down steps as well. But for the star feature, let me just take the baby out, not an actual child. And if I press this 3 times, well, the pram starts moving just in front of me. So you can give full attention to holding the baby whilst knowing the pram's by your side. It's got various sensors on it, so it shouldn't bump into anything. It'll give you a warning if there are hazards nearby as well by the light here changing colour. It almost feels like someone somewhere has thought of absolutely everything. This is an attachment to turn any baby bottle into a smart bottle. Please explain.
Absolutely. So we all know that breast milk is liquid gold, but it doesn't last forever. So the minute that you express it, you've got to keep track of the time. So this device attaches to any baby bottle on the market. Once it's prepared, you slide it on. It tracks the expiration, the temperature around the bottle, and even tracks feedings automatically.
And I assume we could do the same job with formula.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, that's all pretty simple. Does it also log the data as to what it's been doing?
Yes, absolutely. So we work with an app. So it automatically logs that feeding because it knows when the baby is feeding. It logs it to the app, the time, and you also can track the ounces and how much your baby is feeding to make sure they're drinking enough.
You don't want to be hearing this sound. But when it does happen, the sooner that you know the solution, the better. Often it's, of course, a parent's instinct, but sometimes you just can't figure out what the problem is. So maybe AI could come to the rescue. Roberto, what have you created here?
We use AI to analyze the sound of baby when they cry. And what we can do with that is basically we detect how often they cry compared to other babies of the same age. And then in particular, we translate in real time what the baby is crying for.
And does the system keep on learning as parents use it?
Correct, yes. So in order to launch this solution, to develop the solution, we collected plenty of cry sounds from all over the world. And now when people use our solution, we basically get the feedback.
Can you show me how it works?
Yeah, sure. So I will just play a hungry file in this scale.
It's quite distressing to hear, even though it's not an actual baby in here. Okay, so the system is listening to the sound.
Correct.
And it's analysing why it thinks this crying's happening. Then what happens? You get some information via the app.
Yeah, should I stop this?
Yes, let's stop the crying.
All right, good.
Seeing as we can.
Yeah, good. So after around 25 to 30 seconds of the baby crying from the beginning, then you get a notification on your phone that your baby is crying and also why the baby is crying. So for example, in this case, you can see the baby was hungry.
It can identify if a baby's hungry, if a baby's tired. Does it also have an I don't know category?
We have 5 categories. So baby can be hungry, can be sleepy, can need to burp, uncomfortable, and has pains.
How much better would you say the AI's understanding is of these cries than the human ear and a human's instinct?
AI has been trained with millions of cry sounds from parents from all over the world. So
Yeah.
AI in this case can really compare huge amounts of data which no person really have ever listened to.
Considering the human race has managed for millennia before this, I know that many will question the need, no matter how knowledgeable it may be on a baby's screams. Thank you very much, and hopefully something that we've seen there could make parenting a little bit easier.